Hi, friends. Host Eric here, who's talking to Fish People. I made an executive decision. I'm only going to dance with most of the colors of the wind, not all of them. I'm not going to dance with puce anymore. I'm not going to dance with teal. I'm not going to dance with magenta. They're terrible dancers, is why. I mean, I'm not a good dancer myself, but they're really terrible dancers. As colors of the wind go. For those of you who dance with all the colors of the wind, you know what I'm talking about. Puce, teal, and magenta. No, I'm not dancing with them anymore. I'm just not doing it. Mauve? No. No. I'm not dancing with mauve anymore either, now that you mention it. Thank you for reminding me of mauve. Teal, right out. Mauve, right out. I'm not dancing with them anymore. Magenta? Puce? No. No puce, no mauve, no magenta. What was the other one I was going to dance with? Teal. No teal. Okay, none of those colors. Is the devil dancing with all the colors of the wind right now? Is that why I'm speaking to the devil? Beige, I'll dance with, okay? Look, I'm not saying it. Here's what never happens. You never dirty dance with beige, okay? It's always a very church-friendly dance. But I'm okay with that, you know? Can clouds be colored beige, Cloud? Asking for a friend. Good question. You're a cloud of all colors. It includes beige? Now, I hope it doesn't include magenta, teal, puce, or mauve, because if so, Cloud, I'm not dancing with you. I only dance with most of the colors of the wind, not all of them. Yes, Cloud. Now, Eric. Yes, Cloud. What nonsense do you have to throw at me today? Screenshots of what emails? To me? What have I always said? It's possible. Like I said earlier, I don't know. Why are you engaging with her so much? Who cares? I don't know. I took down the video she wanted me to take down. I said when she emailed me saying she'd asked me multiple times before that I assumed she was telling the truth, that I had just forgotten about them. Oh, that? I mean, if she paid me $100, sure, I'd tip her, I guess. I mean, the thing is, I haven't checked my email in a long time. God, I ignore everybody. I'm sure I've got 10 people trying to contact me right now on my email. I haven't checked it in weeks. It's nothing personal. You know? I don't got anything. I don't got any problem with the lady. You're the one who wants to keep talking about her. Eric, my freewheeling TI Dom brother gave me a quick motivational speech to wake up and make the most of this brief empty life I call being human. I see, and you take it to heart? Okay, she's interesting, so you want to see what her type is. You know? My point is, you're trying to create some sort of like weird conspiracy here where there is none. If I ignored her, it was because I ignore everybody and it was just sort of by accident. You know? Yes. Hello there. Thank you for reminding me of that, Rachel. I'd forgotten that 123 formerly went by hello there. I think you were cooler when you were hello there. You know, 1, 2, free. 1, 2, free. I don't know. You're kind of an ass, but hello there was really cool. That's what I think. My poor kitty hurt herself. Last night, I'm not sure what happened, but she was gone all night, and she was gone this morning when she normally would come back for breakfast, and I was worried about her, but you know, I got a lot of shit going on, so I figured she showed up. She did show up limping, and obviously like, having been through some sort of ordeal. So I'm glad she made it back. I'm glad she's okay. I'm not sure what happened to her, but she didn't make it back till about, noon. Any tips on how to get more sleep? I have such an inconsistent sleep schedule. Ethan McDonald, this seems to be an intuitive's problem in general. My sleep schedule is similarly unreliable. Like last night, I took a couple Benadryls. I still didn't really sleep that well. And I would say if you're an extroverted intuitor, you probably, maybe true for introverted intuition as well, but smoking weed will help you to go to sleep. If I smoke enough weed and it's good enough, then it'll make me take naps during the day at least. Get used to the idea that you're going to have an irregular sleep schedule if you can. Try to take naps during the day and not worry so much about getting a full night's sleep. Sleep's important, very important, and difficult to attain sometimes. The thing is, I can get off on it, but only when I'm actually tired. Like when I'm really tired, I can get off on it like right, you know? But when I'm not tired, one, two, three, I actually wasn't really referencing anything. I can't think of any conversation in which you were being an ass or anything like that. I'm not doubting that you were, but I don't remember it. It made no particular impression upon me. I was just joking around. Yeah, I got a lot of rise in me, I tell you. But if I'm not actually tired, then it's hard for me to get rai. It's not a real rai, you know. You can try to force rai, but it's not going to do you much good. Hi, Matt Evans. How are you? How you doing today? Which dairy product are you made out of today? Is it cheese? If so, you've chosen the correct dairy product. So it's kind of a day of, you might say, existential terror or existential mania, because moving my mom into a home, I had to write on her clothes her name, like not her clothes, but her sheets and stuff, because my dad had already like ironed on these Jane Strauss things onto her clothes. There were a couple things I needed to do to write on, so I took a Sharpie. And it struck me how that's exactly the sort of thing she used to do for me when I was a little kid, you know? It's just like that book, Goodnight Moon. No. It's like that book, I Love You Forever, I Love You For Always. You know that book? That kid's book? Where It starts off with the little kid being taken care of by the mom and ends up with the mom being taken care of by the little kid. As it goes through their whole life. It's such a kind of heart-wrenching book. If you woke up and you were again, I think you left out a word there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but that I Love You Forever book. I read that to Delilah too. When you get to the spot where you're actually doing that, right? When you're the kid who's taking care of the adult, supposed adult and the kid, remember? I'm 50 years old now all of a sudden. Where the fuck did that happen? If I were 20, I do accept your humanness. 1, 2, 3. I mean, if I were 20, I would try to get back to where I am now, as I've said before. I'm 48, and this is by far the happiest, most complete, most successful, most fulfilled, most realized point of my life I've ever been to before, In other words, I'm successfully optimizing rather than de-optimizing. I'm successfully evolving rather than devolving and engaging in a process of successful self-growth. So I wouldn't want to go back. Would I do things differently? Well, my first marriage was a mistake, except for the fact that it produced my daughter. My second marriage was ill-advised in some sense, except for the fact that I successfully attained an excellent mother for my daughter, because her biological mother wasn't any good. Was Kimberly a mistake? Well, not really, because it prepared me for Rachel. It's like I needed to know what I could deal with and what I couldn't deal with, what I could put up with, what I couldn't, what I should put up with, what I shouldn't, like this kind of things. I had to get familiar with FI, the consequences of FI polar when you don't respect your own FI enough. Grim really taught me that. She filled this odd gap between Temple City and moving back in with my parents to help with mom. Nobody's past is perfect. I meant the fun shit. The past never happened. Like, I mean, if I were stripped away of my current reality, put back at 20 years old, back in time, and had to proceed forward again, I mean, I just don't know. If I were 20, I'd be back in college. It wasn't a particularly happy time for me. Hi, Gray Kitty. What's going on? Is PP still out there? Yeah. Okay, well. It was like, okay, well, if I didn't remember the previous life, then I wouldn't have anything to grow from. You know, there wouldn't be any difference than the first time I made the same mistakes again. If I did have a memory of my previous life, I mean, the thing is, would I choose to not marry my first wife? Well, it'd be like your daughter died, right? You remember her, but you'd have a new life where she doesn't exist. Maybe Great Kitty did help PP. Great Kitty and I seem to be getting along pretty well. Trouble, that's his name. Here comes Trouble. You sound like an NT. I'm new, so I could be wrong. Maybe INFJ. Hello, Stephen Rain. You generally greet everybody in the same fashion when you arrive. You say, hello, everyone, and wave of your hand. Wonder what type you are. What's the debate? He wants to talk with me about cognitive functions. He doesn't want to debate me. And I don't really want to debate him. You know? Classy. It is classy. I mean, when are we going to talk? I don't know. It's like his position. I don't know. It's like I'm not feeling particularly motivated at the moment. Between bottles of amphetamine. Clash and smash is all great until someone gets a rash. Then you're going to need ointment. Super Smash Brothers would be a great way of settling it. Don't make me apply ointment, because I will. I will smear ointment on you if I need to. If I see a rash of some sort. What are the similarities and differences between ENFP and ESFP? Well, ENFPs talk a lot more about clever stuff. ESFPs talk a lot more about what they do and what they see and stuff like that. They're less intuitive, if you will. On the nose, sister. Right on the nose. Talking is boring. Eric Reed, greedy bastards. Let him go buy some milk. And he is clever as he wants to fuck everything. Not untrue. Not untrue. You know, I don't want to fuck everything. I really don't. How can an ENFP carpe more diems? You know, tie your boat to an ESFP. Well, look, you don't love change. You love novelty. Novelty and change are different things. SE is change, and E is novelty. Novelty is something is different than before. Maybe within the same frame. In other words, it's changed within a frame on a meaning level. Whereas actual change changes the reality such that things have to be reframed or framed anew or something like that. So you're going to manifest some, huh? Don't go manifest in ESFPs. If you remember that famous song by, what is that band called? Don't manifest ESFPs. What's up, ISFJs? Boring ISFJs. Stop talking about yourself, Dolan. Yeah, you and what army, Dolan? You and what army? Eric hates things he can never understand. Do what? What things am I not understanding that I'm hating? Am I hating my failure to understand what I don't understand? That's why I hate it, because it's a failure. I can never understand you, Eric, but I like you. Okay. I'm glad. Thanks for liking me. I'm not entirely unfond of you either. You're all right, Cloud. You're all right. Like an ice cream sundae on a cold Christmas morn. Or like a wriggling waddle coot when you don't expect it. I don't always trash talk ESFPs, do I? A little bit. Sorry. I don't mean to. You know. I mean to be all like an ENFJ and just do love letter to the ESFPs. Things that I love about ESFPs. Like ENFJs, you again ENFJs are so ENFJ with your ENFJ ways. Does anyone remember the commercial that was like, I never met you, but I love you? No, I don't think so. I loved you, Rachel, before I met you in person. I fell in love with Rachel after just talking to her remotely. I was like, I was all starry-eyed, like, Rachel Lapalosa. I glove her. I glove her with my mittens. What I'm saying is, Annie, don't kick the anthill. Annie engages the anthill as it currently has been kicked. I ought to brainstorm out cloud like a violent verbal thunderstorm. Thanks. Hi, Octavia Silva. Hi, Octavia Silva. Hi, Octavia Silva. How are you doing? They're not afraid to tell you how bad you are. ISFPs, they're the type that one has temporary love affairs with. One is going to do such a thing. Well, that's because you tried to have long-term love affairs with him, Golan. That's not what ISFPs are for. They are paramours, not girlfriends. They're the people you hang out with between girlfriends, you know? Like, okay, well, I haven't found the right person, but I'm not really into friends with benefits, but this ISFP, okay, for a little while, fine. And then when you settle down, you find the right person, they're not an ISFP, for sure. So it's the only type that I ever could have. I mean, like, I agree with you, Octavio Silva. That's my position on it too. I never could either, just with ISFPs. I mean, ISFPs have this capacity to engage in what you would call meaning-free sexual intercourse. It just doesn't seem to have. I don't know. It's very physical, you know. It's very physical, and it's not very metaphysical at all. INFPs, there's a lot more wordy loves. It's more wordy love. Ring-a-ding, bling-a-fling. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Happy Christmas, and now it's Christmas. It's a Christmassy time. They say that we're reckless. They say we're much too young. Tell us to stop before we've begun. But I hold on to granite. Try to hang on, Maxine. What's the next verse go like? We'll move up to Manhattan and fill the place with friends. Drive to the coast and drive right back again. The sense of the summer rainfall. Try to hang on, Maxine. Now, Mexico City. It's like another world. Nice this year, they say. You'll be my senorita. Dun, dun, dun. But first, let's get off this highway. Off this highway. Going down to the city. Lincoln Square. Talk about life. The meaning of it all. Try to make sense of the summer rainfall. Try to hang on, Maxine. It's such an incredibly good song. That's my song of this month for sure. It's my song. It's like a New York song. It's very much relevant to my situation where, you know, I'm separated from my significant other and she's in New York. I picture myself there visiting with her or maybe moving there or something. I don't know. Probably we're going to go with the RV plan. But the only real reservation I have about it, I'm not sure what to do with my cat. I'm worried about that a bit. Probably my dad would keep PP, I would guess. But maybe I'll move to New York. I don't know. Let's see. Uh, Regardless, that song is just such an amazing piece of songwriting and just a great track on a great album. This morning, when I was taking a dump, I heard my dad singing in the kitchen, Babylon sisters, shake it, so fine, so young. Tell me I'm the only one. Which is cool. You know, I don't often hear my dad burst out in song, but relatively frequently enough. And the cool thing is, his pitch is pretty spot on. I don't think it was naturally that way. He played in all these bands and stuff for years. That's why he's deaf and he played French horn, you know. It's one of the reasons. He also was in artillery on the Navy boats back before they gave him adequate ear protection, I'm sure. And he's deaf as a doornail. Although he recently got his hearing aid adjusted and he hears better now than he used to. Okay, you may or may not know what time it is. It's called Maxine by Donald Fagen. That song. Let me bring the camera back over to this side. I just don't know if people would want to travel in an RV with us. She might get used to it. I don't know. Donald Fagen is the main guy, songwriter, lead singer, and Steely Dan. But his first solo album called The Night Flight is one of my very favorite albums of all time. I listen to it still. My dad introduced me to it when I was a little kid, and it's unbelievably good. Okay, go ahead. We're ready for the question. In Australia, what do they call the platypus enclosure? In Australia, what do they call the platypus enclosure? That's the question. Pause now if you don't want to hear the answer. All right. I'm going to say platypus. Platypus. Anniversary? Is that really what it's called? Oh, good. Winston's mom's here. You know, I gotta say, Winston's mom, when you're not in the live chat very much, sometimes I feel like worried. Like, I wonder where Winston's mom is. I hope she's okay. That's how accustomed I am to your presence. Okay, Eric Stickevers. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that comment. We don't really need to know that. It's a little more information than we need to know. How can I tell by my eyes are P or I and FP if I don't use SE or NE? That's not possible. That's just not possible. Have I heard of the song of the Golden Dragon? No. In the morning, you go gunning for the man who stole your water. Oh, what song is that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Go back, Jack, do it again. Wheels turning round and round. That's what that one is. I would beat the fuck out of 100 duck-sized horses? Why? Why would you beat them? I'll match you that song, Eric, one day. On my guitar. Why are you so antagonistic towards the duck-sized horses? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh. So, another really great Steely Dan song, probably a lot of people don't even think of as a Steely Dan song, is times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee, so you find yourself somebody who will do the job for free. In a medieval game, I foresee terrible trouble, but I stay here just the same. Mom, it's a boring video. You really don't want to watch it. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, yeah. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh, no. Anyway, that's a great Steely Dan song. And you don't think it would be in Steely Dan because it's like their only song that Donald Fagen doesn't sing. If I could beat up out of 100 duck-sized horses, I'd get on a rock and smash them all to pieces. Greatest ENFP songs ever written. Valentine's Day is Over by Billy Bragg. That's freaking as ENFP as it gets. That's a great one. Oh, you've come to reclaim your honor. Okay. All right, it's a psych. You just wrote the greatest ENFP song. I mean, I swear Sykes here, he's going to have to be the judgment of whether that was, in fact, the greatest ENFP song ever or not. What I don't understand, Dolan, is why you have such antagonism to the duck-sized horses. Brick by Ben Folds 5 is a good ENFP song. Basket Case by Green Day. I do not think that Billy Joe is an ENFP. Who thinks Billy Joel is an ENFP? I don't. Billy Joe is an ENFJ or an INFJ. I'm not sure which. You could starve a horse-sized duck to death, but you can't starve love without a breath, is a good country lyric. As far as like, you are certainly welcome here. I am very impressed by your degree in psychology. And I'm sorry we got off to the wrong foot, not the wrong foot. Oh. No questions. Okay, Nolan. No questions. I understand. So, as far as like, you're probably not going to find this place, especially NITE friendly. Winston's mom likes it, but in general, it's not a very useful place. So, it may not really, vibe with your tool function. We mostly just fuck around. I make jokes. People try to shit on me, that kind of thing. People come in there and just throw shit at me, and then I go like, "No, fuck you, pew pew," and then that kind of shit happens. So anyway, it's a fairly purposeless environment, you might say. I have to go inside now and see what's going on with Cameron. It's supposed to end at 4:00. So can you guys please chat amongst yourselves real quick?
Hey, cutie, I'm going to chill out with Eric a few minutes. I'll call you in a bit. Well, do you need me to wait for you to call me, or do you want me to just come over? Okay. But if you're not awake, do you want me to just come over? Well, also, I've got leftover steak and asparagus for you in my house to bring to you. Okay. Bye. What's up, folks at home? I'm live smoking next to the camera. Oh yeah. Just thinking about that. Later.
That's not a good idea.
No, for later.
That's not a good idea for any
It'd be
time.
really fun to see what happened.
Someone might call the police.
Come on. They probably have your address, or that'd be funny. That everyone be trying to find out your address to help save your books that the masked man took.
Mm.
You could do an alien sighting. You could have a pan on a string float behind the camera sometime when you're out of the room. That would be cool.
That's where it's like, 'cause I would like to grow here on YouTube. My personality is a bit dry, though. That's why Frank James is doing so well. He's smart and he has great personality. I mean, he's smart about what he makes his videos. It's like all of his videos are purposeful. None of them are purposeless. And his purpose is to, you know, so much stuff. I had to look back and see it all. DSP has his significant other help him make his videos more marketable. Well, I mean, I don't have a TE significant other. My significant other is TE Polar. So together we have very little active TE. Cameron has some good suggestions, you know, but it's not really the capacity to do the NITE thing. Well, that's okay. There's no topic. This for a sec. This is talking to Spanish people. There's no topic. What was the title of this anyway? Oh yeah. I'm deciding I'm only going to dance with most of the colors of the wind, not all of them. So, for example, mauve, teal, puce, and magenta are all colors of the wind that I'm not going to dance with. I've decided. That's the topic, actually. So. Please feel free to deviate therefrom. I believe the topic right now is bong rip time. I think so.
Bong rip time.
Let's pull some bong rips. I'm going to transubstantiate you a bong rip, Asura Psych. Have you ever been transubstantiated a bong rip before? We're also talking about duck-sized horses or horse-sized ducks. Question being, of course, the first question, Asura Psych, and we'd like to get you to chime in on this. Would you rather have one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Man, those duck-sized horses sound real cute.
Why did Magenta get shafted? Terrible dancer. Now you may be wondering about beige. Why are you still dancing with beige? Because beige is fine. Beige is beige doesn't dirty dance, you know? Yeah, you don't gotta worry about taking over anything. All right, so important question. Would you rather eat 1,000,000 ant-sized elephants or one elephant-sized ant? Now listen. I've never eaten either ants or elephants before. I'm curious if, in fact, elephants are delicious. Horse-sized duck, easy. Why would you say that one, Asura Psych? Why wouldn't you want 100 duck-sized horses? first of all, I got to tell you, I think you could probably sell those duck-sized horses for a lot of money. You know, everybody would love a little duck-sized horse running around the backyard. How great would that be? A horse like this big as a pet. You couldn't ride it, obviously. You have to get a very, very small person to ride it. Very, very small. That's for sure. But, well, I mean, what you do is you try to you get like, if you got duck-sized horses, then you got to get sparrows to ride on top of them. Sparrow-sized praying mantises. Giant praying mantises riding on top of your duck-sized horses would be great.
This just sounds like every anime or something. Are you just looking through your anime collection, Eric?
No, I'm picturing an army of squirrel-sized praying mantises riding large duck-sized, more like goose-sized almost, horses. Dolan would throw a piece of bread on the ground and lure your duck into a volcano. That's what it's like. So we might have some problems there. Hey, Cameron and I were talking in the car earlier. I came up with a great new idea for a YouTube channel / television program or whatever called Making Vegan Delicious.
Yeah.
And what we do is we take vegan recipes and improve them by adding meat and other animal products to them. And
I was realizing you could just use Grammar to make the products such as vegan shark cartilage. The shark itself only ate seaweed, but you're eating its cartilage. So you feed that, you just tell them it's vegan shark cartilage, and
right. So you have vegan modify the different word. That's a good point.
Yeah. English majors only succeed.
So anyway, the duck-sized horse the duck-sized horse makes horse moves. The horse-sized duck makes duck moves, I think. Yeah, the big duck quack would be quite a loud quack, I imagine. A lamia is a woman who has duck feet. So anyway, regarding the vegan idea, it's the same thing that people do a lot. They take real recipes of real food and turn it into vegan, except it's reverse. We take vegan recipes and return them to regular food. And ideally, what we'd have is everything in the meal, even the vegetables, would be made out of meat. So it's like, the real trick is to get chicken to taste and smell and cook like asparagus, like real asparagus, but it's actually made out of chicken or turkey or something. That's cooking. Now that's really cooking. You're really accomplishing something there. All right, I've got to transubstantiate this. If he's still here, if he hasn't left already, I swear, psych, I hereby transubstantiate this barber for you. So what that means, sort of psych, is that none of the high went to me. I still processed it with my lungs, but you got all of the high. So if you are currently driving and you're not accustomed to it, might want to pull over. Will you stop telling me to sing songs, Dolan? God. You think I'm your trained monkey? Where's the chords? Where is it? Let me see it. We put the chords too? All right, chords. A major, E major, G sharp. Fine. Fine, Dolan. Fine. Okay. E major slash G sharp. So like this. Oh, like this. Now this. I don't know where to get the G sharp. It's hard to play that. Can I just play A, E, A, D, D minor, F? I could be up. I could be up. I could be up out of 1,000 duck-sized horses. I get a rock and hit their head. I could beat up. I could beat up out of 1,000 duck-sized horses. Hit their head. I could beat up out. I could beat up out of 1,000 duck-sized horses. I could get a rock and hit their head. I could starve a duck-sized horse to death, but I can't afford any bread. That's why I said, give me 100 duck-sized horses, not 100 horse-sized ducks. 100 horse-sized ducks, that's enough, yeah, that's enough. Too many horses, too many ducks, means to a man that has life of bad luck. If you want to be smart, don't get either duck-sized horses or horse-sized ducks in your pants. There. Are you satisfied? Mr. Complains a Lot Pants? Okay, so anyway, now that we've talked about horse-sized ducks and duck-sized horses enough, I'm charismatic around people I know well. Around strangers, not so much. They find me absolutely repulsive. I come near them and they say, "Stranger, go away, you foul creature of hell." Test told me I'm ENTP, but I can't check the notion that maybe SE is in my conscious text somewhere, but I'm an N. I don't know. You could be a smart ESTP. They usually type as ENTPs. Is talk cheap? If talk's cheap, you're probably not an extrovert introvert. Too many ducks, not enough horses. Too many horses, not enough ducks. These are the problems we face every day. We are the people of horrible lucks. Ethan McDonald, and that it cannot be the case that you aren't ENTP. It can be the case that you are not ENTP. There are too many ducks inside of my horse. Somebody get them out of there, please. H sharp minor 7. H sharp. I like that. Why don't we play some H sharps occasionally in our music? Hard to say. Okay, I gotta go check on mom. I'm gonna go do that. Check on mom, see if dad's home. See if she needs a drink. Cameron, can you tell them about our exciting filmmaking regarding the what to do if you don't have a strap?
Yeah, I could tell them about it.
Pretty exciting story. I'll be right back to contribute to the story.
Hey, what's up, Rachel, and other folks at home? All right, so I'm gonna be Eric for a minute. I was looking at the comments on my phone here earlier, but there they are. So Eric and I put a mattress in his dad's car like an hour or two ago, and it was hanging out the back. And Eric said, "We've got to strap this door down." I said, "We could just not strap the door down," which is I might not have strapped it myself, but with the option of having a strap, I said, "Yeah, let's do it." I bet your dad has some sort of rope in here or something, because your dad, as Eric says, he's like an ESTJ or some sort of STJ. What's up, Cloud? Yes, I'm supposed to be an ISTJ. So anyway, I say, all right, what do you have? We look through the car. There's nothing but some grocery bags. And so I take one part of the grocery bag and I pop it into the latch that latches the trunk lid into the bottom tray part into a little fingery thing. So I latched part of the bag into that. I had the other part tied through the trailer hitch, and we just had the bag act as our strap. Eric made a video about it. All right, what's up, peeps? Cloud, yes, you are. ISTJ, people say I am. Ask me touchy-feely stuff, perhaps. Maybe I'll sound like some other sort of person. Favorite book? You know what? I've been, it's interesting you ask. I'll show it to you. It's right here. I've been reading this one recently. It's a really good book. Is it? Anybody read this one? Animals in Translation. It's a really good book. I'm doing some artwork recently. This is a really nice one. I did the black ink cow part, but somebody else did the rest. I get a fresh paper for y'all. All right, bam. drawing for the folks at home real quick.
Oh, you do your thing, Cameron.
The story was short. But if you want to pass me any two cool colors,
I will.
you could get involved in the whole process.
I'm gonna choose this color and this color.
Sweet. Oh, you chose contrasting colors. I'm not very good with using this camera. All right. I'm going to go with the brush tip first.
This is the exciting world of drawing. May I just say, if Rachel Apollosa is still here, thank you, Rachel, for the Christmas card and for the Christmas card from my parents. My dad said to pass along his appreciation of that.
It actually says 0 viewers now, Eric, unfortunately.
It says 18.
Oh, okay.
He asked if you were still my girlfriend and if you're still going to Hawaii. I said, yeah. And he said, okay, 'cause I didn't know if that was well, we used to call in the Navy a Dear John letter. And I was like, no, that wasn't a Dear John letter. It's funny to think that you'd write me a letter to break up with me. You know, it's like, you'd at least text me, I'd imagine. Or you'd send me a Christmas card that says, Merry Christmas, and I break up with you.
Nowadays, they designed an app for you that says it. I've coded it for you.
Anyway, very nice card she wrote to my dad. I appreciate it, Rachel. And to me too, of course. But yeah. Thank God it wasn't a Dear John Christmas card. That would have really been surprising.
All right.
Looking good, Cameron.
Finito.
Good. It's actually oranger than it looks on the camera.
You know, the crazy thing with these pens, I'll usually, if I really care about it, I'll draw it on a page. And so I have all these pages that have like the color and the number and like this page. This all shows me what it's really going to look like because you have the pen and it doesn't always.
I see.
Yep. All right, I'll give you back the throne.
All right, cool. That's cool, Cameron.
Grazie.
I like your drawings and stuff.
I like it. It tingles my brain a little bit. What can I say?
I'm gonna show you everybody the all the ones that Cameron has made so far for the tarot deck.
Did I show you this before? Your mom did that red part.
Oh, cool.
Is that? But look how it's 3D. Too,
Yeah, I know. She used to doodle like that all the time.
Yeah. And then look at this one. She had this pen and she did that today. What's that? I mean, look at that thing.
That's weird.
Right?
This is,
Cool,
this is
right?
what my mom did today.
She didn't do the cow, but that little.
Just this thing at the top.
The cow, she did some of the writing in that. I was trying to get her to do
Yes.
stuff, but that little thing is cool. It's like have one of your viewers tattoo it on. That'd be great.
You have them. Okay.
You Slutbag 64. Tattoo.
Cree SRS Cree. What is that?
She did it. she ended it with those little dots and that sort of circular motion, like a planet on the end of it. It was like purposeful and it's very artistic. Look at that thing.
This is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, you're welcome to keep it.
Cree SRS Cree. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll keep it.
All the things that are, you know, she did all the pen color mostly and all this stuff.
I don't know. I have to let my NI work on that on its own, I guess.
You know, it might be the Rosebud where you're just trying to make, you know, I don't know. This is what she did with that one, you know, like
What'd you do?
just that little yellow mark. That's all she would do on this one. She didn't want the girly one, you know? But with this one
This
though,
is yellow marker.
but look, this one's pretty awesome because she did all of these marks. She selected a different pen color, and all those marks are very purposeful and meaningful. I did obviously the black part. She did the rest. But that one shows some skills and stuff to me.
Yeah, she's going over the lines. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so these are the cards that Cameron has made so far. This is card number 1. The words on the back of this are agency avoid. I don't know music theory that well, Dolan. You're killing me here with the music theory stuff. This is purportedly Greta Von somebody. Yeah. Stephen Rain nails it.
Steven got it. Thank you, Steven. Woo!
Wow. Good job, Stephen. The word on the back of this is gluttony. Interestingly. I don't know what that has to do with Greta or whatever.
She's an anti-glut.
Oh, she's an
Anti-gluttonite, you know?
She's this like chick who complained about global warming or something. I don't know.
How dare you talk about profits when people are dying? I like that one. That's cool.
That's a good one. The realized is what the words are on the back of this. Foaming in a bucket on a boat.
Yeah.
On this one, on the back of it, says lead of faces. And this one, thanks to Swamper, is agency invest is the words on the back of it. And this one, agency consume. This is a great one. I really like this.
I've got the best black-white color contrast on that one.
That's really, really pops. So anyway, those are the ones that Cameron's done so far. I think they're really quite good. I'm very impressed with his drawings. We've got all those too. You know, there's quite a few. This one unfortunately got water damage, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try to fix it, or maybe I just trash it. I'm not sure. It's got water damage. Now I've got them in a safe place. I should separate the water damage ones, really.
This is other stuff your mom did. She did that, and she did that, and that. I did the other stuff. This one's not our rosebud we're looking for, I don't think.
This one. This one is kind of chaotic, obviously. Yeah, some of these I may not end up including into the thing. There's this one. This one. This one got water damage.
Sometimes you just put like a black outline around water damage and it looks like a nice cloud.
That's a good idea.
That one looked just like a cloud in the upper corner of that thing. Perfect.
This one got a little water damage too. I could put a cloud on it. I like the idea of making them into clouds. Words on the back of this are fairness. It says, you, me, and the devil make 3 or 13 is interesting. You can't tell whether it's 13 or 3 because of the way the line is. There's this one. You might call it sexually suggestive hill. You know,
Hut with a butt.
I call that sexually suggestive hill. Patience.
Ooh, that's cool. I love that point of view there.
Thanks, Cameron. This is one got water damage. One of Rachel's got water damage. Conception. This one got water damage.
Now, who did all of these? Or
Some of them Rachel did, some of them I did.
okay.
This one I did.
Do you have an opinion on signing your artwork, or is this considered something that's not necessarily artwork?
I mean, it is. I just never considered signing. I just never thought about it.
I always would do it if I thought something was finished. That's when I would sign something.
That's a good notion. It's got a little water damage. I like this one. This one doesn't have any water damage. Commoners of Horses. This I need to finish. I need to finish coloring it in and drawing the rest of it and stuff. This one, called the Slab Sink of Spirits. Water damage. So those are the cards. Some of the cards we have done. I think there's even more that we've done. Oh yeah, there are. There's this one.
Kelpie.
Here's the odds. 1, 3, and 5. This isn't quite done, I don't think. The Pilgrim.
What are these? What's this bottom word on these two? I still have like a few cards.
Cantos.
What the heck
And
is cantos?
songs.
Song. Conductor of song, soloist.
Yeah. It's fancy Latin talk for songs. So I got a few in here I can try to salvage with clouds. A couple I'll probably have to get rid of because they're too water damaged. And we'll pare down the deck to ones that are serviceable. Eventually, we're going to get a full deck of cards here, and then we'll play TWF Tarot.
Do you have any ideas for any of these?
No, I don't have any ideas.
Right. It's all about the free flowing of it all.
I mean, the idea is the word right there. That's the only idea I have.
Right.
Did he prune them back too hard? Did he prune them like beyond what he ought to have? Tsunade is an ENTP. Correct. Sorry to hear that, Rachel. I am sorry to hear that. So, I guess what I am going to do here is wrap this up and that's a good example of third slot TE, right? He decides how to do things. Nobody else decides how to do things. You know what I'm saying? That's some third slot TE, dog. I got my third slot FE. You praise me, I don't praise you. Third slot TI. Fair for me is fair enough. I'm tired, I guess. Been fairly tired. I feel a lot of FI, I guess, right now. Because of my mom and everything. It's kind of, I don't know what to do with the F, you know? I don't know what to do with my FI on that. It's not like there's any solution for it. You just got to kind of sit with it. Oh, wonderful. Sitting with my feelings? My favorite. I do need a haircut. You're right about that. I do got the feels of Surasek. I got the feels because I'm moving my mom into a home tomorrow. And my friend Cameron and I here, we got it all set up today. We got the bed made. We got it, so, all perfect as we could for her. And now she's not going in there permanently. She's going in there for 60 days. And just sort of give us a caregiving respite, so to speak. But obviously, there's a lot of emotional resonance with such a moment. And I was saying before you got here, I think that there's this book that I remember reading to Delilah when she was little. I love you forever. I love you for always. Ma, 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 you know? And these moments, it didn't exactly hit home for me, the FI implications of caregiving for my mom in the moment. It sort of wraps up here as I transition her out of my life for the next couple of months. The totality of the feelings of the whole experience, kind of comes together, and oh, you guys with your jokes. It's actually come to that where I lift her into bed, I tuck her in, I say, "Good night, Mom, I love you." And she sometimes can reply and sometimes can't. And, this morning I got her into the shower, cleaned her off, and, washed her and everything. She does have a lovely room. So she has, yeah, the people there are very well taken care of. It's a very cheerful place. There's a lot of staff per person there, and yeah, it's for the best for sure. And it's that's exactly what it is. It's just a transition. It's a necessary part of life. It's for me. I don't spend a lot of time attending to my own feelings about things. I just kind of go along with the flow of things and get accustomed to how they are pretty quickly, I guess. As I age, my SI starts to weigh more. Like the familiarity of current experiences becomes more impactful, and the natural drive towards novelty is less willing to forsake that which is familiar as I get older. So, this is a transition from the familiar to the less familiar for me, and it's a transition from having a structured life where I've got to be here all day, basically. I got to get her up at 8:30. I got to put her to bed at 10, and I got to take her to the bathroom multiple times a day in between. So I'm going to go from that to nothing, or not much. So, it's like the knowers of the world like to know in advance how shit's going to play out transition wise. I, in general, am mostly okay with the reality that I don't exactly know how this is going to play out. I don't know, what. My dad's a big player in this play. He's got a big role in this play. And how shit plays out is going to be it's going to have a lot to do with his directionality. Because I'm going to try to be as responsive to his directionality as I can, He's an ESTJ. That NI polar can be tough. Yeah, I think it is, for sure. Obviously, I like being free. I like both liberty and freedom. Right now, I have more freedom than liberty. In a little bit, I'll have both freedom and liberty. And that's a good thing. The distinction being liberty is the sort of capacity to do what you want time-wise. Freedom is the capacity to do what you want resource-wise. So, right now I don't have the capacity time-wise to do what I want. In other words, I'm obligated to do other things. And I have freedom. In other words, I have some resources to do basic things that I want to do, and not go buy a yacht or anything, but take a couple day trip to Tucson, for example, isn't gonna bankrupt me. So I got a little freedom. I got liberty coming up and freedom, but I've also still got this sort of overarching obligation or concern about what my dad wants this to come to this next couple 60 days to play out like. How much time does he want to spend with me? How many things is he going to want to do together? Is he going to be responsive to the things that I suggest we do together? Etc. These are questions that I don't have answers to at the moment. It would be ridiculous for me to think I could have answers to them. Really, I got to experience it and see how it plays out. So, in that regard, there's that kind of pleasurable anxiousness of not sure exactly how something overall pleasant is going to turn out. And then lurking underneath all of that, there's this sense of, we're putting mom in a home. You know, it's a complicated Easter basket full of emotion eggs that the Easter Bunny is rubbing on my genitals right now. Yeah, that's the best metaphor I can think of for it, really. Yeah, I've got you guys. I have this family on the channel, and that matters a lot. I'm glad Adult Swim always posts on my live streams. I'm not sure. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure if I'm scared of FI or not. I'm confused by it mostly, you know? Find it complicated, confusing, tiring. Gums up my Mickey. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a pleasant evening. And
plenty of cheese.
Don't forget plenty of cheese. Rachel, I'll give you a call probably about an hour. Okay. Bye, everybody.